Hello friends on YouTube, welcome to another video. In this video we're going to look at all the PS5 models that came out so far. This is the CFI-10, CFI-11, CFI-12 and the CFI-20, or let's say the Slim. And we're going to look at the noise, measure the decibel, listen at the coil whine, and also check how loud the disk drives are. And I already have a lot of comparison videos and also an unboxing video where I talk about the Slim, and I already compared it to my CFI-12. Here you can see the decibel difference. Currently there is a Nidec version 1 in this. Here there is a Delta version 3 and an NMB version 3 and a Delta version 1 Slim, let's say. So let's quickly check the weight of the CFI-10. This is completely new. I opened it today. 4.4 kilos. So this is really a heavy console, and it's a really big copper heatsink. And the smallest one, the newest one, the latest one, has 3.2. And I'm going to spoil you something, guys. As most of you maybe know, who watched already my videos. The fan of this one is spinning much faster, so this is how it can perform the cooling with a smaller heatsink. And the fan of this one is slower, and normally these have the slowest fans, and with the CFI-11 they increased a bit the RPM, and with the CFI-12 they increased it a bit more, and this is really high RPM. So that this is how it's possible to cool with the lowest heatsink. Of course there are also some improvements. A smaller 6 nanometer, I think it's the GPU part, and these are with 7 nanometers, this also with 6. CFI-10 is connected. The annoying Nidec fan. So let's start the game. Now we're in the position like always, and we're going to stay in this position for around 5 minutes. And the wattage is really low on this one. That's cool. Let's see how high it will get in 5 minutes. So 22, 35. Let's listen. Yeah, on the iPhone the decibel were a bit higher, I think. This is a different phone, older phone, different mic. Nidec V1. Let's listen to the coil whine. Okay, see you in 5 minutes. Okay guys, 5 minutes are over, and this console is really efficient. 195, around 195 watts. I'm surprised. Let's listen one more time. Okay, now we're 8 minutes in. Let's check the wattage. 195.3. I'm surprised. It's really low. So this is really a good console. The only thing is the fan, but you can take another one and put it in. For example, NMB version 3. I don't know about the version 2. I would recommend the version 3 fans because they spin a bit faster. It's running for about 10 minutes now. Yeah, 10 minutes. And the wattage is still under 200 watts. We're at 196.5, let's say, after 10 minutes. And it's really cool. Let's listen to the noises of the Nidec version 1 and the coil whine. So next thing is to put a disc in and see how loud it will get. Close game. Wattage is dropping. It will stabilize at around 50. Okay, let's get another PS5. Here we have the CFI-11 in the menu. We're at the same spot again. E.T., what are you doing? This one is the Delta version 3, and the CFI-11 has more coil whine in this position than the CFI-10, guys. Let's see how high we will get in 5 minutes or so. Okay, we are now 5 or 6 minutes in with the CFI-11, and we have 196.3. And okay, this is modded. I have here holes on the top and on the bottom, and you can watch my other videos. I also tested the wattage without the holes. So let's check one more time the sound. How we can find out if the PS5 has coil whine or not, or if it is the coil whine noise or only the fan noise. Currently the game is running in the background, and this is now the fan noise. It's a Delta version 3. Let's listen to it. And as soon as I'm going to go into the game again, you will hear the coil whine. Getting inside the game. Did you heard it? Let's go outside the game. I will start the game again, but you will listen at the back. I think you heard it. CFI-12 in menu. Here we have the CFI-12 and it's in the game. NMB version 3 is inside. Let's see how high we will get after a few minutes. We're in menu. It's completely new, and it has a Foxconn fan. Some of you will recognize it by the design. I already made pictures. So I'm going to close it and start it for the first time, and then we can listen to the Foxconn sound and measure the decibel. I cannot hear it. It's extremely silent in menu. So let's start the game and check. Same position again. I do not have a Wattmeter now here, and also I do not have the measurement thing for the airflow. But let's listen to the sound. And it's really impressive, I have to say, I have to admit. You cannot compare it to the Delta version 1 Slim that I had in my preview video. Let's listen to it. Yeah, of course I can hear it, but it's much better. There is a bit of coil whine, but it's okay, let's say. And this one is much better than the preview one I had with the Delta fan. And I cannot tell you now the RPM. I have to measure the RPM and the airflow, and maybe also check the heat. It's also possible that this fan is spinning much slower, and that's why it's also quieter. But that doesn't mean that it is good. It can maybe increase the temp of the console, and then the console has to boost up and down in summer, for example. Yeah, we'll see. In the next video I have to check the RPM of the fan, the airflow, and also the power consumption. But so far the best, or the quietest, let's say, fan of the Slim for me was the Foxconn. I had the Delta and the Foxconn. Thank you for watching, guys. If you want to get a PlayStation 5 that is on a low firmware, I'm currently selling a 4.03 PlayStation 5. You can write me in the comments or on Discord. And thank you for watching once again. Have a nice day. Bye bye.